Welcome to Earl Stewart on Cars.
Agent Clean Sweep visited Schumacher Chevrolet. They're on North Lake Boulevard. And Agent Clean Sweep went in on responding to an advertisement, as we usually do. And this particular advertisement was on a 2013 Chevrolet Cruze LS. It was a lease for $149 a month.
The summer of savings gets even hotter at Schumacher Chevrolet. Get behind the wheel of the incredibly fuel-efficient Chevy Cruze. Drive it away for $149 a month during the summer of savings, only at Schumacher.
The advertisement said that there was a $2,129 due at signing, and that was clearly disclosed, by the way. That wasn't in the fine print. Now, due at signing means all the cash that you're supposed to come up with. Down payment is part of that, and then registration fees and license plate and dealer fees and anything else. So when they say $2,129 due at signing, that's supposed to be your total out of pocket. So went in and asked for that, met a very nice salesperson, and his first name was Ozzy. Very knowledgeable, very pleasant. You'll find all the salespeople at Schumacher to be a cut above, and they're ladies and gentlemen, and they treat their customers with courtesy. The first problem came when the explanation of the lease came up. Bold print disclosure on this $149 a month lease on the 2013 Chevrolet Cruze LS was $2,129 due at signing. But when it was itemized for the shopper, and by the way, this was laid out in black and white. Sometimes you can't get any information from car salespeople. The Schumacher car salespeople actually gave our shopper a copy of the buyer's order and then took the piece of paper and showed the lease information in great detail. I commend Schumacher for that, for actually giving the specific financial information on the lease and a copy of the filled out buyer's order to the shopper. This is what you should do for any customer that comes in. When we added up the money due at signing, we came up with a lot more than the amount that was advertised. $2,129, but the actual total was $3,840.43. Now, that's a mistake. And I say a mistake. I don't think it was deliberate deception, and this is just my opinion, knowing that they are an honest dealership. I believe they're honest. I think there was a breakdown in communication with the salesperson, and I think maybe the advertising agency didn't do a good job explaining what they were doing. That's not an excuse, because you should know what you're doing. I mean, you're talking about a lot of money here. The difference between $2,129 due at signing and $3,840.43, that's a lot of money. Now, on the breakdown of this, we got from the salesperson. There was nothing hidden here. The total that they came up with was $1,999 in down payment. There was also $550 for a tag. Sounds a little high to me, but it could be an estimate. Sometimes they estimate high and then refund the tag if there's an overcharge. And there was a filing fee of $129. Now, that's the e-filing fee, the electronic filing fee that I've talked about. This is supposed to be considered part of the dealer fee, and a lot of dealers don't understand that, because you can't take just a cost that you pay to an outside subcontractor to do your tag work for you and pass it along to the customer. It's classified under Florida law as part of your dealer fee, so that's another mistake. And then there were some other legitimate charges here. There's a rental surcharge for $60, tire and battery tax for $6.50, and then here's the dealer fee. And you know I don't like dealer fees, and I say to Schumacher, you should not have a dealer fee, but it's legal. As long as you disclose the dealer fee and include it in the advertised price of the car, it's legal to have a dealer fee. I just don't think you should. So that's $695, and then you have the tax on the down payment. The down payment was $1,990, or that's $53.43. Anyway, the total cash out of pocket or due at signing is, as I said, is $3,840. So that you understated that in the advertising, and that's not the right thing to do. I'm attributing all this, as I said, to lack of organization, training, coaching of the salespeople, perhaps some lack of the advertising agency to communicate to the sales force and the sales manager. But the bottom line is that the deal for our shopper, for Agent Clean Sweep, was not what was advertised. It was much more money than what was advertised because she had to come out of pocket if she'd leased the car with about another $1,800. So the profit was $1,800 higher than what the price was advertised. The $149 a month on the lease was the same, but the cash out of pocket was not the same. So I'm not going to give Schumacher Chevrolet an F on this, but I'm going to bring them down to a C because I think you made a mistake there. And again, you have to produce and represent to the customer what is advertised. You have to do that. Also, the fine print cannot contradict the impression or the message of the ad. Now, I'm going to read right from the Federal Trade Commission Advertising Enforcement Disclosures. And they say, very simply, this is Federal Trade Commission, advertisements often contain fine print or video superscripts that attempt to disclaim, limit, or explain claims made elsewhere in the ad. Advertisers cannot use fine print to contradict other statements in an ad. Let me repeat that. This is the Federal Trade Commission. Advertisers cannot use fine print to contradict other statements in an ad or to clear up misimpressions the ad would otherwise leave. So the fine print is not something that advertisers can or should use to lure the potential buyer into the showroom because they think they're getting something they're not getting. The fine print can't do that, and that is a violation of Federal Trade Commission rules and policies. So everybody is doing it. Everybody is doing it in the fine print. You show me a car dealer ad with fine print, and I'll show you someone that's violating this Federal Trade Commission rule. If they see these things, they can fine people tens of thousands of dollars.